Hello everyone. So I'm going to show you how to find some broken backlinks using Semrush. So you may have seen the blog post about the Land Rover SEO Rescue Mission, which is basically the discovery of over 5,500 broken backlinks that Land Rover UK have to their website. So I thought this was quite an interesting finding, and gave us a good opportunity really to just demonstrate how we can find and how I found this issue, and all just with using Semrush. So it's the landrover.co.uk site. So if you open up Semrush and go to the domain overview, that's where, that's it, like a usual starting point really. So I'm just going to take the main home page here. The usual starting point for me, this is where I usually go to start off with any website. And this trick that I'm going to show you is it's really good for when you're talking to clients, or when you kind of you're on like a discovery call with potentially a new client, or even just somebody that you're trying to help out with their SEO on their website, because it's a really quick way that you could kind of find pages that have issues or basically broken pages, especially when they've got loads of backlinks pointing to them. So to find this out, first of all is just to go to, you can go to the domain overview and start your journey here, or you can actually go straight to backlink analytics and start this process. But what I'm going to do today is go to domain overview. I like starting in domain overview because it gives you, the kind of context of the website. So you get way more kind of the context of how the site currently sits in terms of, authority score, its general kind of organic traffic and the general trend of that traffic. And you can also see, things like the distribution by country and things like that. So it's a really good starting point. But what I'm interested in today is backlinks. If I click on the backlinks, this will take us through to the backlinks and backlink analytics tool in Semrush. So the first thing that I'm going to look at, and the first thing I always tend to just take a hover over and just have a quick look at, is backlinks and referring domains. So I like to kind of stay here and have a quick look because it's good to understand what the ratio is here. So if you've got something like, a site's got something like, 5,000 backlinks from 5 websites, and that's like a suspicious metric, right? Because you've got 5 referring domains with, loads and thousands of backlinks or hundreds of backlinks, right? You're always going to you're always tending to have, way more backlinks than you referring domains. But essentially that's the amount of the actual backlinks. The referring domains is how many separate domains that those backlinks are coming from. So one domain might be linking to you, say 2 or 3 times. So I usually tend to look at referring domains, and to get like a more of an idea of the actual separate domains that are actually linking to a certain website. But on this, you need to go to the index pages tab. And then on here, it's just a simple thing in Semrush where you can click broken pages, and that will bring up all of the broken pages that Semrush is seeing. So usually you'll see like loads of, usually you'll see like 303 errors here. But, usually it's, 404 and 403 errors that you'll see here. But as you can see with landrover.co.uk, they've got a lot of 404s. But what's even more interesting is that because they're Land Rover and they have a lot of backlinks that are pointing to them all the time, they don't have to struggle to get links to their website. They've got a hell of a lot of backlinks and referring domains pointing to pages on their site that are 404 pages. So for example, we can sort by, say, domains, or we can sort by amount of backlinks. So in this post, the blog post, I explain about what this is. I mean, we can get rid of this one because that, we can discount this one and I explain why in the blog post. But if we look at domains, we can see that the like as a good example is this, you know, Defender multi-tool, which is from the Land Rover shop. But we've got 23 referring domains pointing to that 404 page. So first of all, we can check if that actually is a 404 page. And you can see that, yep, it is a 404 page. It's not being found. But actually, what links have we got pointing here, right? So what for one? So if we click on this, this will bring this URL into the backlink analytics tool on it. So we're specifically looking at that. So then you can see that exact URL. But if you go over to referring domains, you can go to backlinks, but if you go to referring domains, scroll down, and then if you sort by AS, which is authority score, then you will see in descending order from, you know, the perceived authority score, the types of links that this page has from, you know, different websites who are all pointing to a 404 page. So Land Rover have over 5,000 of these, 5,500, 5,500 of these issues where they could reclaim like 5,500 backlinks at least, right? And, you know, not all of them are like really decent sized authorities. You know, you've got a lot of, you know, kind of small stuff as well from small sites. However, they're really, really relevant. So it doesn't matter if it's like, you know, a small blog. If it's a really relevant link, then we still need to kind of, you know, consider it and think about obviously making sure that we reclaim that and get the value from that. But Land Rover are missing out on all this value because they're sending it to 404 pages, and Google's not going to like that. So yeah, but you can do exactly the same with any site, right? So obviously it works better when you're working on larger sites. Of course, smaller sites don't tend to have you know, as many kind of opportunities, but you can still use this technique to find opportunities where, you know, you've got some broken pages on your site that might have some backlinks pointing to them. If we just go back a few steps and go back to our landrover.co.uk index pages, broken pages table, we can actually export this as well. So you can access my export of this information in the Google Sheets, which I'll also put in the link. I'll put a link in the description. But essentially, these are all the 404 pages. So I've filtered. So I've got the source file, and then I've filtered the source file for 404 pages only. So we're just looking at 404 pages here, and then we're also obviously looking at, you know, referring domains and backlinks to kind of understand where our priorities are. And where we should be kind of focusing on, really, because, you know, if we sort by this, where we have here, so this is minus that 5k because we have there's one particular link that has over 5,000, right? I mentioned that, right? So the Range Rover SV, basically a Range Rover vehicle. Has over 5,000 backlinks, but those backlinks actually don't look like they exist anymore. So the reason for that is because it was on the index pages report, it was last seen in 2018. So since 2018, it looks like that problem might have been solved. But to get you'd have to go through a different tool in Semrush to get a real kind of idea of whether that's, you know, true or not. But for the purpose of this demonstration, we can remove these, and then we have this tab, which is minus those 5,000 backlinks. So we take those off, but we've still got over 5,500 backlinks to work through. So you know, this Defender multi-tool, for example, is just one variation. There's actually a few different multi-tools as well. So they're probably because they were different colors once upon a time in their shop. So you can see this one here. That's, you know, that has another 8 different domains ranking to it. And then in the post as well, you know, you can have a look at the type of domains that I found that they've got links from. So yeah, but that's how you do it. That's the video of how to do it. And of course, you know, I've also put the walkthrough on the blog post itself. So yeah, hopefully that teaches you and gives you a new SEO skill that you can try with your clients, or you guys, you know, whoever's, you know, any SEOs that are working in-house, hopefully, that gives you something to work with. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope that was helpful. Cheers.